All right. I'm going to walk. I'm going to talk. See how long my legs will let me do that. Anyway, this question comes from Jennifer, and she has been watching she's actually been watching the Twitch videos on YouTube for a while. She's almost caught up. Watching me write, talk. You should watch those too. Anyway, she wonders, she says she knows I'm a total pantser, and she wants to know if that also means I'm a total pantser as a writer, pretty much is what she's asking. As far as what book am I going to write next? What books am I going to write coming up? Am I going to do a novel? Am I going to do a short story, a novella, whatever, that kind of thing. And I'm going to tell you, I am more of a planner when it comes to everything but the writing. So right now, as I'm recording this video, I am writing the second book in a trilogy. Me and Tom Duffy are writing together. It is a noir private eye trilogy. And we're like 10, 11,000 words into the second book. And we'll knock that off in the next, couple months. We'll knock off book 2 and 3. We both try to write a chapter a day, Monday through Friday. And I'm also writing my other stuff, including Down and Dirty 6, which is the last book in that series. And I'm about 6,000 words in, so really just starting that one. All right, so now the trilogy me and Tom are doing, the last 2 years, we've done rapid release January 15th, February 15th, March 15th. So we'll do the same thing for 2026 with the 3 books we're writing now. That'll kind of be our goal for as long as we can handle it. I'm just writing 3 books at the middle of the year, and then the first 3 months of the year, putting those books out. And then a box set in the summer, usually around middle of June. So that's what we've done the last 2 years. That's what we'll do coming up for next year. So already I know I got 3 books coming out next year. July 15th, Down and Dirty 5 gets released. And I think October 15th or so, the 6th and final book, Down and Dirty 6, will come out. I know I'll have another short story collection November 21st, which is my birthday. Every year I put one out, the last 4 years, whatever. So I'll have another short story collection coming out. And I've written a bunch of short stories so far this year. A lot of them are still out for anthologies and whatnot. So, again, I try to pump in some short stories here and there, especially when I'm writing something and I'm like, I'm writing this book. I'm not finished yet. I'm getting depressed. Let me just write a quick, 3, 4, 5,000 word short story. Let me look and see what's open, what themes are out there for crime thrillers or horror, and so I kind of do that. And I have 2 different, what I'm calling Southern Gothic noir thrillers that I'm working on slowly, a little bit here and there. I want them to be really, really solid. And my goal is to find an agent for one or both. But there's no time limit or anything there. So I know that's up on my board. Let's walk into my office. And I'm just going to read you kind of what I have. So give you an idea. So, July is Down and Dirty 5. Now, August, September is open right now, technically. October is Down and Dirty 6. November is my short story collection. January, February, and March will be the 3 books with Tom. So, I have August, September, and December open. However, in October, I will have a novella out with 3 other authors. Extreme Zombie anthology collection from Evil Cookie Press, Evil Cookie Publishing. That will come out. Also in October will be a Beers and Fears 3 book with several other authors. I've done 2 other books with them in the past. We haven't done one in a couple years, so that will also be out in October. October will be busy for me. I have a crime thriller novella with a publisher now. I'm just waiting for the contract and everything else, which we're kind of dragging our feet on that one. I also need to finish the 12th and final book for my Severed Press contract. And then that one I'm shooting kind of for like a December on that one. I just haven't penciled it in. And then I also have 2 books that are written and are with beta readers now, and those might be my fill-in August, September books. And one of them is horror, more cosmic horror, and the other one is the sequel to my Dying Day zombie series, but set like 30 years in the future. So, all that being said, I should have a lot of releases coming out this year, which will be nice. Plus, if I'm in any anthologies, those will be nice. I know I have a couple of short stories that were sold that haven't been released yet, but those are like online webzine, flash fiction, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm really aware of what I'm working on. So now, once I finish Down and Dirty 6, what I probably will do is try to figure out another 6-book series. But my goal for that would be to write all 6 books and then rapid release them like every 4 weeks. At some point, maybe, Tom and I will do January, February, March. So like maybe April on, I can do April, May, June, July, August, maybe into September. I can release all that series of books. But that means I have to write those 6 books. And I'm sure they'll be tied in with the Dirty Deeds world, like Down and Dirty was, or the First Coast Thrillers was one, where bad people doing bad things. I've learned that writing standalones probably isn't my smartest move. So you will see, I like the 6-book feel. So I have 3 different ideas for 6-book series. So I just figure out which one I have more ideas in my head for. And that's the one I'm going to write for next year. And I guess every year the goal should be to write those 6 books, to write 3 books with Tom, to write a bunch of short stories, put out my short story collection, and I have a ton of short stories that have been previously published or not seen the light of day. So I can do like another, 10 friggin' short story collection. So that's not that big of a deal. And then really whatever else pops into my head that I think will sell. Because at this point, I love writing, but it's also a career. So there's a couple books people say, oh, are you ever going to do another necromance? No. Nobody bought the first one. Are you ever going to do anything with Seal the Deal. No. I love that book. Still hasn't sold enough. You know? I still have a bunch of books I need to put on, what do you call it? On audiobook. But that money's got to come from sales, you know? So there you go. Thanks for the great question. It's also good for me to hear it, to kind of talk it through, see if there's any holes. But otherwise, we're good. If you have a question for me, armandrosamilia@gmail.com, or just leave a question on the, what do you call it here? On YouTube, or if you're watching this on Patreon. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm always looking for more questions. Questions about food, questions about writing, questions about anything. And please subscribe. Please follow me on Patreon. There's a free follow. I send out some free stuff here and there. Definitely follow me, subscribe on YouTube. I would really appreciate it. Whew, I'm exhausted.